Lists. Dave Turner, the 20th of October 2017. Tunes lists. Nobody ever agrees with each other, right? Everyone has their own favorites and ones they regard as the best. And these are the ones we regard as the best jungle releases made in the period from 1994 to 96. Yep, we've whittled it down to a 3-year period because if it was any longer, you'd be reading this forever. And because this chosen 3 years saw the birth of some absolute anthems, of course. There's no need to give you a history of jungle, as almost you need to know is contained within the tunes below. We realize we've left out Goldie's classic Inner City Life, but we're all well aware of the importance and impact that tune had. Tuck in below for some gems by artists including Source Direct, Photek and Doc Scott, and releases by labels such as Good Looking Records, Metalheads and Moving Shadow. A minute and a half of subtle jangles, a Source Direct's playing hard to get tool on this one, keeping you waiting before the drums come crashing in. It's not long until a wash of pleasant piano chords come into play, setting the shape for a plush jungle classic, and one which, at the time, was branded the sound of the future. Seriously, listen to those piano chords. Heaven. It doesn't take a genius to work out what this tune's focus is on, does it? Even so, it doesn't take someone with a ridiculously high IQ to work out this is an absolute gem, either. Much like dolphins streamline through the open waters, Photek's Aquarius Alias takes us on a pleasurable glide through shimmering pads and delicate dolphin clicks. Seduction was fully on Nookie's mind here, instantly drawing us in with a sensual HHH baby vocal. We're more or less sucked in with no means of escape once the whispered vocal claims only you can give me what I want, followed by pangs of euphoric, Istathersky piano keys. All with a rumbling underbelly of bass for maximum dance floor impact. Reinforced Records certainly knew how to spot an anthem. One word: Metalheads. The label's been at the forefront of jungle and drum and bass since its inception in '93 and is still putting out some of genre's best records today. Pesce helped set the tone early on, teasing a clattering drum rollout for over 2 minutes with anxiety-inducing shrills and the most gentle of percussive taps. It just about tops his Good Looking Records classic piano tune for us. The frantic fighting sound effects instantly make it clear that this one's going to pack a knockout blow, furthered by Doc Scott's use of terrifying drum smacks. A searing, murderous riff conjures up images of creeping through shady alleyways, making this one a certified jungle thriller. Straight up elation with this one. Omni Trio, the misleading alias of Robert Haig, thrived on squeaky vocals in his earlier work, and this one guarantees spine tingles each and every time. It takes an eerie turn with whistles halfway through, but it's soon back into its joyous party vibe. Not the easiest of picks, bearing in mind the rich mix of tunes DJ Crystal released during the timescale we're covering in this list. But it's the melodic, tiptoeing bleeps, hopping bass and repeated cries of oh, oh, oh that do it for us. And those sweeping pads, obviously. It really does sound like paradise. Grimy, moody and downright vexed, Rage is another belter from the school of Doc Scott. The shuffling percussion and demonic synths fall in line with the track title, but a scattering of warped, bending pads cool the mood sparingly. The rest of the Last Action Hero EP ain't too bad, either. A far cry from the jazz-inflected material Alex Reese would later release on debut album So Far. This collaboration between himself and DJ Pulse is an aggy, industrial-sounding concoction. Think about the sounds you'd hear walking through a metal stamping factory, only sped up with barely any respite. It was one half of issue 6 of Moving Shadows 2-on-1 series, so check out the rest for more heaters. Pure carnage from Lemon D on Conquer Records in '95. It's constantly twisting and turning, cymbals smashing one side, booming bass bouncing the other. Hyperactive throughout, it's a guaranteed mover on the dance floor with cyber-like synth coils and a gun-and-a flash sample of Peach Boys' Don't Make Me Wait. Like we said, carnage, but the type of no-holds-barred action we revel in. The bass line on The Angels Fell is like a predator on the prowl, creeping, baring its teeth and ready to wrestle you into submission. Once you're in, there's no getting away, as Dylan, who, by the way, was in the form of his life in this period, peppers you with a heavy-handed jungle assault. Part of the record, the Natural Born Killer EP that swung open doors for Photek, The Rain is over 6 minutes of skittering jungle bliss. What's the rain got to with anything, some might ask, but the sporadic sparkling bleeps are totally symbolic of raindrops sliding down a neon-lit window. Dave Turner is Mixmag's digital news editor. Follow him on Twitter next. Loading.